day. Ira Epstein of Linn & Associates with your SPDR ETF wrap-up for this Tuesday, the 8th of December, 2020. Getting on about 6:35 in the evening. Interesting day today. So it appears we're getting closer to possibly a COVID-19 relief bill actually coming out. Hard to believe. It appears that Mitch McConnell has made a proposal that, hey, no state city aid, no giving the Republicans what they want in the protection from COVID-19 lawsuits against employers. Put them both back in, you get a deal. Take them both out, looks like you have a deal. That's a lot different than what we had before, where one side saying you can't have yours, but we want ours. Market responding to it today here. You saw the response here, and you're up again in the futures tonight as well. Now, we do have to remember this is a week with a lot of central bank action. It is a week where we probably get a pretty good idea if there is going to be a Brexit, a hard one or a soft one. In other words, a deal, no deal there. In energy markets, it was interesting because at the end of the day, I saw the API numbers, and the build is, I think, about 8.7 million barrels net, not just crude oil, but all the products and everything. That's normally a very bearish number at this time, and the market's not breaking. So is the market saying with the first shots in the UK of people getting it there, the US, the FDA meeting Thursday, we might get the go-ahead as early as Thursday night, and shots can start this weekend or next week in the US, the vaccine shots. Is that the mindset the market is taking on, and the glass is more than half full? Hard to know. ECB meeting, what is Ms. Lagarde going to do? I'd like to see her throw something and take the shot and say, I'm going to add more money to the bond buying program. Doesn't mean she has to spend it. She's telling the market what she would do. I don't think she'll cut interest rates, but that could be a gutsy play too. All right, I'm not going to keep up with PAVE as your lead after this week, so I'll rotate into something else that I want. If you want to see another market that we make a focus, write me about it on my YouTube channel. Say, Ira, here's what I'd like, or you can write me direct at iepstein@Linn, LINNLLC.com. I do take calls of people harass me. I just put a block on it and I'm done. I love technology, don't you? So as we look at this, the trend up. I like infrastructure plays because I think around the world, it's a way to get the economies going. So be it the US or outside of it, I just think this is something politicians can get behind. And I'm looking, and here you are, new highs on the whole move. So I don't think I'm wrong. I think the market's seeing what I am. The trend is up. You got higher lows, higher highs. You're over the 18-day average of closes. Tomorrow, this number will be over 2034. So even pullbacks should find initially some good support. The resistance number that I see is 2133 right now, the upper Bollinger Band. It'll be a little higher when the markets reopen, and that has to do with how the math of the algorithm works as you're building upward in the pressure of the market, and you're doing something else. Both numbers are over 80 on the slow stochastic. Both numbers over 80 yesterday and the day before. You have an embedded reading. So until the red line closes back under 80, I contend that breaks in the market are going to be well supported and the pros are going to be looking to buy them. In SMH, this is called running the upper Bollinger Band, and that's often when you get an embedded reading with it. This is the most powerful signal to me on a chart. So that's my number one power signal, and you can see how the market responds to it. You've got to learn how to work with it. My charting course teaches you that, and I'm going to come out with a filler for it after the first of the year. I'm already laying it out right now. How to use all the new tricks that I have since I recorded the course with these, how to come into market, so on. It'll be a separate filler to it. There'll be a price, but if you've taken the charting course, then I consider it your grandfather. It means you'll pay a different price that I charge people that haven't. Got it? That's how I'm going to do it. I'm not at the thing where, gee, I'm such a gracious person, I'll keep doing things on the internet for free. I will. You're going to pay them. I'll do them. Higher lows, higher highs. Still bullish. What about XLI? Market came down, and now the market is getting to the point where, okay, I'm not so overbought, but I am still overbought. Any reading in the slow stochastic that has a 7 and a digit after it is overbought. They get embedded when both numbers are over 80. You're not there. So you've got the market with the swing line down, the possibility of turning up. You had an outside day up today. If today's low is taken out, I think it's a lockup that you're going to go back to the 18-day average. If not, you can get up to the upper Bollinger Band. The problem is you'll be then in worse overbought condition. In the energy sector, as I said, the energy sector is acting very, very good. It's acting like it just wants to tear to the upside. It's overbought, but even the oil service. I was talking about the oil service companies in my afternoon subscriber video for my SPDR and ETF traders, and that's where I was showing a lot of strength for them. Very surprising. I think it's stronger than actually the oil. And when you look at the market here in the QQQ, still in an uptrend, target the 310.29 level. Again, the upper Bollinger Band with an embedded reading. Emerging markets, embedded reading. When you're embedded this way on over 80, I'm bullish. And until it's lost, I stay in that mode. So the pullbacks in the markets are buys. The target is, there's a window envelope you always look at. I don't show everything on these charts. Never going to. That is in the subscriber videos, and I take my time and I teach you how to work them. And those numbers, each subscriber gets access to those daily window envelope numbers the way that I do them on our website inside their member login. And I change them a couple of times a day often. Higher lows, higher highs, 73.08, one of the targets. Lose the embedded reading, I'll have a different opinion, but you haven't lost it. GLD, I just think this is taking out the shorts in the market. Remember when we got under the 200-day average, this gray line, and I said, folks, it's the first test. You don't want to be pressing short sides under a first test under it or the first test over it. It becomes a trap often, not always. Often is a great word. And that's what this is. This is a nice sprint to the upside, but you can't call it a trend. You got a lower low and a higher high. Resistance is back in the 179.40 area, and you're already overbought. I like the looks of GDX a lot more than I like gold, but it's overbought. Yes, it's got a 70.84 reading. You can see that right here. Any reading over 70, it's a filter that keeps me away. Where do you think the support of the market is? I argue it's 35.76 down to 35.64, the 200-day average, and the 18. But that overbought keeps me away. Get out of the overbought, and I get more excited about the long side. This is a bullish chart, not a bearish chart, but overbought. TLT, you ended the downtrend leg here. You got up and over today, that number. So now you've got a lower low, higher high. Market's starting to neutralize going into next week's FOMC, the Fed meeting that we get. What is the Fed going to do, and what are they going to say with all this? Remember, this meeting's quite important that's coming up. The Fed said that they'd wait until December to give us a better take as to what they're saying. So they were fairly quiet in November. Now, I don't know how quiet they're going to be. They do have some good news in the vaccine. They've got terrible news in the record amount of cases, hospitals bursting at the seams, businesses closing down left and right. What do you think is going to happen after Christmas business? How many of these brick and mortar stores and mom and pop shops are going to fold? Fed knows it. You know it. We'll see what that does. As you can see, momentum sort of back and forth now in the FXE. Why not? You got the you got the European Central Bank meeting now coming up on Thursday. It's a good time that I think traders are going to just walk away from these and say, okay, let's see what Miss Lagarde does or doesn't do, and then we'll take a fresh look at the market. Your fresh look at the market, and I hope you understand, it starts with me at about 4 in the afternoon. So each day at 4 in the afternoon, I typically start recording a video for you. And in that video, I'm going to talk short-term swing trades and longer-term trades. Sometimes I'll cover some weekly charts, daily charts. I cover on Saturdays for you another video. It's all long-term analysis. So I'll get that out. I did it Sunday of this week. I'm playing, trying to figure out the best time to do it. One part of me says Saturday, the other part says Sunday night. You know why Sunday night? Because what the market does is I could already look at the futures market and do a better chart analysis for you for the coming day in the in your spiders and ETFs. So I'm weighing that right now. I'm a workaholic, so it doesn't take away from my life. We're having one of the best sale events we've ever had in results. I have what I call Spider Week. You buy a 1-year subscription to the Spider ETF video. I will give you the charting course for free. That's $159 for this video for 1 year. The course is $199.95. It includes our charting software, about an $80 value, access to my full research for futures, a $60 value, and then what do you think the value is of the 6 hours of videos? I think you'll find it interesting. Plus, when you do that, it means you get free access to my live webinars, and all of my special reports that I put out through the year in video form are free to you. How do you do this? Go to our website, under research, take advantage. It's not going to last a long time. It's what we call the cyber time, and I waited for Black Friday and Cyber Monday to end, put out mine, and I will tone this down. It could end this weekend, so be ready. If you want to take advantage, I would do so. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great day. Thanks for listening to all my nonsense, and I will see you tomorrow.